At the airport that connects Americans with Creole culture and Mardi Gras, workers say they were forced to commit unemployment fraud.
The workers told our national investigative team that they were forced to work their full schedule while claiming unemployment through the state of Louisiana. Here's Investigate TV's Lee Zurich.
Asking employees to work without being paid.
I call that modern-day slavery.
5 current and former employees of a national company operating at Armstrong Airport in New Orleans tell the same story.
They wanted me to commit fraud. They wanted me to work off the clock for free, and I wasn't okay with that.
But this story comes with a twist.
Basically double dipping.
That involves taxpayer money.
They're shifting the cost of these workers' salaries to the state.
It's a twist this labor law professor calls potentially illegal.
You quit over this?
Yes, for someone to ask you to commit fraud, and then once you wouldn't commit it, you lose your job. So it's very devastating.
GAT Airline Ground Support is an Atlanta-based company with nearly 70 locations in the U.S. and Canada. The company provides ground support for some airlines, like cleaning planes and servicing ramps.
Why'd you leave?
I didn't want to commit fraud.
For the last week of June, GAT paid Jarvion Gould for just 6 hours of work, even though she says she worked at least 20 hours.
I've actually been approached when I was there by more than one actual manager asking me to work off the clock.
Instead of paying her for the full work week, she says her supervisor told her to file for unemployment and collect the rest of her paycheck from the government.
I don't feel right.
This aircraft cabin cleaner still works for GAT.
I got back to work July 1st, and I was told that we would still be getting the unemployment, but we wouldn't be clocking in our 4 hours.
For 2 weeks, from July 14th to the 27th, GAT paid this employee for about 9 hours of work. But during that stretch, we discovered the employee worked at least 42 hours. Here's how. Employees at the airport carry swipe cards to access doors locked to the public. We requested those records and found during the 2-week pay period, the employee accessed doors around 42 different hours, even though GAT paid the employee for about 9 hours of work. We have GAT pay stubs, unemployment payments, and door access logs for 4 other employees with similar findings. Employees paid fewer hours than they appear to work and instead collect the additional hours through unemployment.
You want to stop having to file for unemployment?
Yes.
Each week, this employee received about $100 from the state of Louisiana in unemployment benefits, but also qualified for the additional $600 federal unemployment stimulus.
Are you making more now because of the unemployment than you were before?
Yes.
Tulane labor law professor Joel Friedman says if employees are being instructed to file for unemployment instead of being paid by the company, it's against the law.
Taking money from people who desperately need it and giving it to people under false pretenses is just horrible.
None of the GAT employees we interviewed said the corporate office had knowledge of this. They say they were given instructions by local supervisors. In a statement, GAT told us they launched an investigation and have already terminated several individuals who we believe either were responsible for the behavior or aware of it and should have, at a minimum, corrected it.
Did you feel it was unethical, illegal, what they were asking you to do?
Yes. When they brought it to me, yes.
I mean, you, in a sense, are you defrauding the government?
If you do it, yes.
Lee Zurich, Valley News Live.
And the employees tell our investigative team at least 4 out of the division's 5 managers were let go after they started reporting on this story.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission says information on an investigation is confidential under state law.
The Summit Women's Soccer League isn't until the spring of next year, but the North Dakota State team is getting work in. Beth is next to explain the new rules.